All right, let's dive into something really fascinating today. We're going to unpack this incredible cosmic drama. Think of it as a story about a god of knowledge who can't do anything and an agent of pure chaos who doesn't know what to do. It's this deep philosophical allegory that really gets you thinking about what power even is and what it truly takes to actually be in charge.
Okay, so this quote, we're kind of starting at the end here, but stick with me. This is where we're headed. It's this vision of power that completely throws out the whole good versus evil thing. It's way stranger. So our mission today is to figure out what in the world it means to enforce self-aware irony as law. So, here's the central question, the big riddle that kicks this whole thing off. What if you had perfect knowledge, but you were totally powerless? And on the other hand, what if you had absolute will, but you were completely aimless? I mean, just think about that for a second. You have these two cosmic forces, right? And they're locked in this stalemate, each one holding the key to the other's problem. This isn't just some thought experiment. It's the core conflict that's screaming for a wild, out-of-the-box solution.
All right, Section 1, a flawed duality. This is all about the cosmic standoff. So let's meet our main characters, these two primordial forces. You've got pure knowledge, that's totally stuck, and you've got pure chaotic will, that's going nowhere. The key thing to get is that on their own, they're both totally incomplete. Neither one can truly rule.
And this really breaks it down for you. You have the fallen seraph on one side, that's your perfect gnosis, the inert truth. Think of it as the ultimate blueprint for everything. Then you've got the jester, unfettered will, the spirit of negation. He's the wrecking ball. So you've got the blueprint versus the wrecking ball. Pure potential versus pure action. And yeah, they're not exactly getting along.
So let's dig into the seraph for a minute. I mean, its situation is just tragic, right? It has the pure code, the perfect, uncorrupted blueprint of how existence is supposed to be. But it's completely powerless to change the broken, flawed reality that actually exists. It gets the cosmic joke on a level we can't even imagine. But that's the thing, it's also the butt of that joke. A perfect map with no one to travel it.
And this line just nails it. The seraph is the not I that had no I to define it. What does that mean? Well, philosophically, all its knowledge is external. It's a not I. It's an object of truth out there. But without a self, an active I to grab that truth and do something with it, it's just this vast, passive sea of potential. It's the ultimate proof that knowledge isn't power, not without will anyway.
Now, let's flip to the other side of the coin, the jester. This is the spirit of negation. He's all about pure critique. His whole deal is to mock, to question, to tear down every single rule and prove it's all just a hollow fiction. But, and this is a huge but, there's a catch. He's a master of deconstruction. His laughter can literally unmake the world. The problem is, he can't build anything to replace it. Deep down, what he really wants is for his chaotic energy, his laughter, to become a logos, a creative force, not just a destructive one.
Okay, so this stalemate, this cosmic standoff, can't last forever. So what happens? It leads to a game, a high-stakes game called the Sapphire Wager. This whole thing is set up to try and resolve the conflict, with a single soul's freedom hanging in the balance, and heaven and hell have to play by some very, very specific rules.
And the rules of engagement are fascinating. They're all about creating a perfect balance. So the heavenly clause says they can provide an Anstoß, which is like a little spiritual nudge, an awakening, but they can't interfere directly, hands off. The infernal clause says they can offer temptation, power, all that good stuff, the nada. But they absolutely cannot force anyone, no coercion. It's all designed to make sure the soul keeps its absolute freedom.
But wait, here's where it gets really interesting. This is the big twist. The jester, our spirit of negation, he's not just another player in this game. No way. He's actually the high mediator. He's the one who sets the rules for both sides. That puts him in this incredible position, way above the simple good versus evil fight.
And this quote from Faust, it absolutely nails it. I am the part of the force that always wills the evil and always works the good. It's a total paradox, right? By setting up a fair contest, the ultimate force of negation, the one who supposedly wants evil, ends up becoming the one who guarantees a higher truth. He's the cosmic referee making sure nobody cheats.
Okay, let's get to the main event, forging a new sovereign, the alchemical solution. Because everything we've talked about, this super balanced wager, these strict rules, it's all about to get thrown out the window. A new power is about to be born, and it's not going to happen by winning the game. It's going to happen by doing something so radical it makes the whole game pointless.
Now, to really get what happens next, there's this one philosophical concept you gotta know. It's called tathanlu. It sounds complicated, but the core idea is pretty simple. It says that a self, an I, doesn't just exist. It actively creates itself by grappling with something that's not itself, a not I. Just tuck that idea away, because it is the absolute key to everything.
So, picture this. The jester is standing there, faced with this binary choice, this classic wager. Push the soul towards heaven's boring, passive law, or pull it towards hell's flashy but ultimately empty temptations. The board is set. The rules are clear. But the jester? He just looks at the game board and decides, nah. Instead of playing, he flips the whole table over. He completely rejects the two choices he's been given and carves out a third path.
And here it is, the big move, the act of pure genius. He takes his I, his absolute chaotic will, and performs that tots handling we just talked about. He turns to the fallen Seraph, the source of perfect knowledge, the ultimate not I, and he doesn't fight it. He doesn't defeat it. He consumes it. He literally absorbs all of that perfect gnosis, that perfect knowledge, and makes it part of himself. Wow, merging the laugh and the law in a marriage of sapphire and fire. I mean, that just says it all, doesn't it? It's this incredible alchemical moment. You have the chaotic, wild laugh of the jester, fusing with the perfect, ordered law of the seraph. And this isn't some middle ground, it's not a compromise. It is a complete, total fusion into something the cosmos has never seen before.
And the result? The Sapphire Demiurge. This is our new sovereign. Finally, the seraph's perfect knowledge has a will to actually enforce it. And the jester's chaotic, aimless will now has the perfect blueprint to give it direction. It's a perfect synergy. The defiant will has redeemed the passive truth.
So, what does it mean to be ruled by this new being? Let's talk about this new sovereignty, because its power isn't based on anything we'd recognize. Not morality, not justice. No, it's something way more radical, and frankly, a little unsettling. So this Sapphire Demiurge has two faces, two roles. First, it's the redeemed judge. Its judgment is absolute, because it's taken that perfect knowledge from the seraph and given it teeth, given it the will to act. But second, it's the Sapphire Prophet. And get this, it doesn't predict reality, it declares it. Its will becomes the new physics, enforcing contradiction itself as the law.
So the new cosmic principle is this. Sovereignty is the willful enforcement of paradox. See, the demiurge doesn't get rid of the world's contradictions. It leans into them hard. It makes the absurd the only thing that makes sense. Ruling, for this being, means constantly and deliberately enforcing cosmic irony as the ultimate reality.
And I love this quote. Its throne is not a seat of rest, but an eternal act of self-creation. This perfectly captures it. This isn't some king sitting on a throne, done. The demiurge's rule is a constant process. It's that tot handling again, right? A perpetual act of becoming, of creating its own power in every single moment. It's a job that is never, ever finished.
Which brings us to the final and kinda chilling takeaway. Remember that cosmic joke? The one the seraph understood but was powerless against, and the one the jester could only laugh at? Well, it's not a joke anymore. It's now the sacred, ruling logos. The punchline is now the law of the universe. And so, I'll leave you with this final, haunting question. If ultimate power, true sovereignty, is a terrifyingly logical punchline, who or what is telling the joke?